Good day. Good day, everybody. Good day, everybody. Once again, you are all welcome to the semi-final Edu TV Nigerian debate. My name is Princess Temitope Olojido, and I'm going to be your moderator for today. Thank you all. And before I proceed, I would like to acknowledge the CEO of Edu TV Nigerian debate in person of Mr. Femi Oluwaleimu. A round of applause for him. We can do more than that. We can do more than that. Thank you all. We also have the esteemed judges. We have the chief speaker in person of Mrs. Mary Oluwayomi Ajiboye. Let's celebrate her. Also, we have the co-judges in person of Mr. Egbewole. Let's celebrate him. A round of applause for him. Also with him, we have Mr. Kende Emmanuel. Let's also celebrate him. A round of applause. Also, we have the time moderator in person of Mrs. Blessing Oluwaleimu. A round of applause for her. The person in charge of camera, we have Mr. John Afolabi. A round of applause for him. So 2 schools are involved in today's debate, and those schools are Gulf International School Oshogbo and Roseful International School. Let's clap for those schools. Then we have some staffs from each school. From Gulf International School Oshogbo, we have Mrs. Ifeoluwa Fadeibi. A round of applause for her. Also with her, we have Mr. Samuel Ogunjimi. A round of applause for him. From Roseful International School, we have Mr. Dosumu Babawale. A round of applause for him. We can do more than that. So, I'll be calling the participants from each school to the podium to stand for or stand against the motion which states modern lifestyle, not genetics, are reducing young people's life expectancy. So, from Roseful International School, the chief speaker we have Akinloye Justina. Let's celebrate her as she's coming up. We can do more, you can do more better than that. Also, the supporting speaker from Roseful International School, we have Oladeji Jemima. A round of applause for her. Also from Gulf International School, the chief speaker, we have Love Adaramola. A round of applause for her. Let's celebrate her. Thank you. The supporting speaker, we have Glory Oyetunji. A round of applause for her. Also, let every one of us celebrate ourselves. Let's clap for ourselves. So, wish you best of luck. I'm handing over to the chief judge now for the rest. Thank you all.
How's our day today? I believe there is no codes wherever you are. Thank you very much. You are all welcome to the Edu TV debate second round, and I believe that we are going to do better with our co-debaters sitting down and our audience looking at us and those people that are online. And don't let us forget, our topic for today is modern lifestyle, not genetics, are reducing young people's life expectancy. Let me quickly just give us one or two things on the hint of how we grade so that we're able to minimize or maximize on how you want to use your point very well. Now, understanding of the topic for today, you're having 10%. And also on the confidence and prose, you have 10%. And your fluence, the way you speak, the way your everything, 5%. So that you won't be thinking of how you guys on win and the other side was thinking of how is it possible that I lose this something. And don't forget, in Edu TV, there's nobody that loses. I believe that by the time we continues or the result out, success ahead of everything by the special grace of God. Now, Gulf International School, they are opposing the motion. They are opposing the motion. Why Roseful International School, they are supporting the affirmative school. Please, let's just give a round of applause for them. Thank you very much. The chief speaker from the affirmative school, that is Roseful. Thank you. Hello.
Imagine this. It's 6:30 a.m. Musa, a 16-year-old high school student, dragged himself off bed after barely 4 hours of sleep. He had been up all night, gaming and scrolling through TikTok. There is no time for breakfast, so he rushes off to school and grabs an energy drink. At school, his lunch is slices of fried yam and Coke. After school, hours more online, no sports, no sunlight. Musa begins to feel anxious, irritated, and exhausted. But here's the alarming part. Musa is beginning to show signs of high blood pressure, poor mental health, and early weight gain. He's just a teenager, yet he's more likely to die younger than his parents. Not because of his genes, but because of how he lives. Now you may think this is just one case, but Musa represents millions of Nigerian youths today. Honorable judges, co-debaters, esteemed gentlemen and ladies, by nomenclature, I'm Justin Ackley from Roseful International High School, here to fully rise in firm support of the motion, modern lifestyles, not genetics, are reducing young people's life expectancy. Let's start with the facts right here in Nigeria. In the past, diseases like diabetes, stroke, hypertension were associated with the elderly. In fact, some were even nicknamed elderly diseases. But today, we're diagnosing them in teenagers. Why? Because Nigerian youth are living less like our ancestors and more like overstimulated machines. To illustrate, look around. Obesity is rising thanks to sugary drinks and processed food sold on every street. Stress is exploding. Youth are juggling exam, survival, and society's impossible standards. The WHO, a research from the WHO showed that over 340 million children and youths were overweight in 2022. Honorable judges, imagine the number today. Yet, my co-debaters will come here to say it's genetics. This isn't genetic. It's behavioral, it's generational, and it's environmental. Let me ask, were our parents not born of the same blood, the same genes? Then why weren't 19-year-olds dying of heart attacks in the 1980s? In the same vein, let's talk about the monster we don't like to name, drug abuse. In 2018, over 14 million Nigerians between the ages of 15 and 64 used drugs. And the alarming part, over half were under 35. That's over, do the maths, that's over 7 million youths using drugs. Let that sink in. Over 7 million youths. Codeine, cocaine, tramadol, crack, meth. They are not recreational. They are lethal. They rot the brain, they damage the liver, they push youth into psychosis, suicide, and death. Is that genetic? Or is it the result of a stressed, unemployed, overstimulated generation drowning in pressure? Furthermore, this isn't evolution, it's destruction, not genetics, modern life, unchecked and deadly. Furthermore, we must talk about the pain we cannot see. Depression, anxiety, invariably leading to suicide. The average Nigerian youth wakes up overwhelmed and goes to sleep exhausted from a world nobody sees. Is that genetic? Or is it the result of digital comparison over real connection? Academic pressure over emotional well-being, a broken system with no job after graduation. If a girl overdoses because she can't cope, do we call it inherited or inflicted? If a boy jumps off a bridge, do we say it's because of his DNA or despair? This isn't genetics. It's the crushing weight of modern life. To buttress my point, the World Health Organization recommends at least 60 minutes of exercise daily for adolescents. But sadly, research has shown that over 80% of adolescents do not meet up with this daily goal. Why? Because they are sitting at desks, on couches, behind screens. A major Lancet study found that physical inactivity kills at least 5 million people globally, comparable to smoking. This isn't as a result of genetic destiny. It is as a result of modern life. Honorable judges, so what's killing Nigeria's youth? It's not the blood running in their veins. It's what's running and ruining their lives. It's the life they're being forced to live. The drugs in their pockets, the stress in their minds, the junk in their bodies, the silence in their cries for help. We cannot solve this by blaming genetics. To call this genetic is to close our eyes. Our DNA isn't killing us. Our decisions are. Thank you.
Thank you very much. From the opposing school, the chief speaker.
Good day, Honorable Chairperson, respected panel of judges, unbiased timekeeper, esteemed co-debaters, and my attentive audience. My name is Lova Darmala from Gulf International School. I'm here to speak against the motion, modern lifestyle, not genetics, is reducing young people's life expectancy. While habits that come with modern lifestyle affect health, it is not the main cause of reduced life expectancy, especially among youth. Let me start by making the key terms clear. What is modern lifestyle? Modern lifestyle has today's habits that include screen use, lack of sleep, diet, and stress. What's genetics? Genetics are characteristics, traits, conditions, and risks passed down from our bloodline. What is life expectancy? Life expectancy is the average number of years a person is expected or likely to live based on various factors that include biological and environmental ones. Before we dive deeper, I would like to list out my points before we go into exploring them. 1. Genetic disorders cannot be avoided and are dangerous. 2. Genes determine how the body reacts to lifestyle choices and habits. 3. Increase in genetic mutation. 4. Family history predicts life expectancy. 5. Genetic disorders predisposes individuals to lifestyle-related disorders. 6. Many children die even before tasting modern lifestyle. 7. Some mental health diseases are strongly linked to genetics. Starting with the fact that modern genetic disorders cannot be avoided and are dangerous. Genetic disorders like cystic fibrosis, sickle cell anemia, Duchenne muscular dystrophy, and some heart diseases are inherited and often incurable. These conditions claim young lives early. You cannot walk off sickle cell. You cannot eat better to prevent a faulty gene. Hence, genetics is the root cause of many early deaths. In addition, do you know that genes determine how the body responds to lifestyle choices and habits? Yes, take a look at this. Not everyone who eats fast foods becomes obese. Not everyone who smokes develops lung cancer or other forms of diseases. Why is that? Because the genetic makeup determines how the body processes substances, repairs cells, and resists diseases. A person might live unhealthily, yet outlive a person with strong discipline and healthy lifestyle. This is purely due to genetic vulnerability and resilience. In addition, talking of an increase in genetic mutation, modern medicines have allowed people with strong genetic disorders to live long enough to pass these diseases to the next generation. As a result of this, many children are born today with strong diseases that pose dangers to their life. This increase in mutation is shortening life expectancy, not TikTok and fast food. Furthermore, studies have shown that longevity is strongly linked to family history. What am I saying? Family history predicts life expectancy. If your parents or grandparents lived long, you are also likely to live long regardless of your lifestyle. Yes. Also, genetic predisposition of individuals to disorders like obesity, diabetes, cardiovascular diseases mean that these individuals are likely to develop these genetic disorders, no matter how healthy their lifestyle may be. Two individuals may be exposed to the same environmental and lifestyle factor, yet experience different health outcomes. This is due to genetic resilience and susceptibility. In conclusion, while modern lifestyle has its own dangers, it is not the cause of reduced life expectancy. Family history, inherited conditions, genetic mutations shape our biology right from birth, far beyond our control. Therefore, I urge you all to vote against the motion and see that it is genetics and not modern lifestyle that plays the dominant role in reducing life expectancy among young people. And at this juncture, I hope I have done my part in making you understand that it is genetics and not modern lifestyle that is cause of reduced life expectancy among young people. Thank you.
That's very good. Thanks very much. From the affirmative school supporting speaker.
How can a country so young be dying so fast? In a country where over 70% of the population is under 30, our youths, the heartbeat of our nation, are fading far too soon. Standing on an existing protocol well established by my chief speaker is Jemima Oladeji, representative from Roseful International High School, here and affirmatively standing in full support of the motion. Modern lifestyles, not genetics, are reducing young people's life expectancy. In a nation, as my chief speaker likely said, if genetics are to blame, why are children dying younger than their grandparents, despite having better hospitals, more medicine, and advanced technology? Because, my friends, it's not our genetics that are failing us. It's our choices. It's our lifestyles. We stand here today not to place blame on biology, but to expose the silent epidemic. Modern lifestyles, our so-called progress, quietly killing and shortening our lifespans. Let's unmark this truth. First, digital decay. Screen time is stealing lifetime. Modern youths are spending excessive time on screens, phones, tablets, computers, TVs, leading to sedentary behaviors, poor posture, social isolation, and sleep problems. According to Common Sense Media 2023, US teens aged 13 to 18 spend an average of 8.7 hours on their phones for entertainment alone, not including home or schoolwork. In Nigeria, the growing trend of smartphone addiction has greatly increased the rate of records of sleep disorders, neck pain, and depression. Even schools are experiencing more cases of screen-induced myopia, short-sightedness, even in students as young as 10 years of age. These screens are not just stealing time, they are stealing years from our lives. Moreover, foods that fill but do not nourish. Young people are increasingly consuming ultra-processed, high-fat, high-sugar foods that are cheap, widely available, addictive, but dangerously unhealthy. A Harvard 2021 study shows that over-consumption of ultra-processed foods leads to an increase and risks of premature death by 62%, while they make up 50% of a person's diet, which is common among youths nowadays. In Nigeria, research from the Nigerian Journal of Nutritional Sciences shows that over 45% of adolescents in Lagos are consuming fast foods 3 or more times per week. In South Africa, cases of prediabetes in children, once almost unheard of, has increased and doubled over the decade due to fast food and soda consumption. In Nigeria, youth obesity rates have increased and skyrocketed, leading youths and young children to develop hypertension and prediabetes in their teens. Modern diets are not engineered for nutrition. They are engineered for addiction. They are not feeding lives. They are feeding early death. Air, water, and the environment we created. Furthermore, young people are living in environments filled with toxins, polluted air, contaminated water, climate-driven diseases caused by human-made activities, not genetic causes. UNICEF provides that 1 in 3 children globally, over 800 million, are exposed to toxic air, 6 times the normal level and safe limit. The World Bank also noted that air pollution in cities like Kano and Lagos contributed to over 25,000 premature deaths, with young children and adults being mostly affected. In Nigeria, these are not cause of genes or genetic failure. They are caused by the environment polluted by industrial waste, generators, and microorganisms. The air we breathe, the water we drink, is a toxic poison, gradually killing our youths and leading to short life expectancy, which is disguised as a normal life. Gentlemen and ladies, note this as we draw the curtain here. We've inherited our genes, but we've engineered our lifestyles. Genes haven't changed, but the way we live has. And it is this way of living, our screens, our diets, our stress, a polluted world, that has increased the rate of young people dying. These genes, this is not a genetical failure. It's a lifestyle epidemic. Honorable judges, I, Jemima Oladiji, stand not to be corrected that if we do not change the way we live, no amount of science, I repeat, no amount of science will stop the way we die. Thank you.
Thank you very much. From the supporting speaker from Gulf International School.
Good day, the chairperson, the accurate timekeeper, co-debaters, and my attentive audience. My name is Oyetunji Glory from Gulf International School, and I stand here in full confidence against the motion. Modern lifestyle, not genetics, is reducing young people's life expectancy. I would like to explain the main points. Modern lifestyle. Modern lifestyle refers to the way young people live, especially in the urban and developed areas. Genetics. Genetics is the study of heredity, how traits, characteristics, and diseases are passed from parents to children through genes. Life expectancy. Life expectancy is the average number of years a person is expected to live based on age, gender, environment, health, and other factors. Before I continue, I would like to state a point. Yes, modern lifestyle plays a major part, but to say it's the main cause of early death among young people, now that's misleading and unfair. To begin with, some children are born with deadly genetic diseases. We don't choose our parents, we don't choose our chromosomes, but some of us are born carrying time-ticking bombs in us. Sickle cell anemia, hypertension, cancer, asthma, lots more. Let's take a sickle cell disease that affects millions of children in Africa, including here in Nigeria. Some children don't even live up to age 5, not because they don't exercise or eat well, but because two carriers that they shout. My own story proves this. My grandmother had asthma. She struggled with it for several years and later passed on due to complications related to it. And today, I live with the same asthma, not because I don't jog or I don't eat well, but because it was passed on to me like a family heirloom, which I didn't ask for. All I'm saying is that even if you eat well, even if you exercise, the risk still exists. Should we ignore this scientific fact just because lifestyle is easier to blame? Furthermore, lifestyle has limits. Genetics does not ask for permission. Yes, lifestyle matters, but it's not the final judge. You can eat kale, go jogging, drink 8 bottles of water a day, and still be struck down by a genetic illness. Here is an interesting fact. We all watched the movie Wakanda. Do you know Chadwick Boseman, the actor who played Black Panther? He was young, fit, and active, yet he died of colon cancer at the age of 43. It was later discovered that he had a genetic predisposition to it. He didn't smoke or live carelessly. His own genes turned against him. This is to show that sometimes your body might be fighting a battle you didn't choose. Furthermore, some children are born with rare genetic diseases, such as muscular dystrophy or spinal muscular atrophy, SMA. Children with these conditions find it hard to eat, breathe, and even walk. Children with these conditions also die before the age of 10, even in rich countries with access to free healthcare. If it was really just about lifestyle, wouldn't they all live long? Also, access to modern lifestyle is not equal. But of some children who can't afford to buy fruits or gym membership, some children are trapped in environments with poor access to lifestyle, poor access to healthy lifestyle, clean air, or safe exercise spaces, which are systematic issues, not modern lifestyle. In addition, lifestyle problems are treatable. Genetics are permanent. It is true that lifestyle choices like smoking or eating junk foods can cause unhealthy issues, but these issues like type 2 diabetes and obesity can be managed, reversed, and even avoided with proper care and education. Meanwhile, lifestyle decisions are permanent. They stay with this person for life and can even be passed on to their children, which makes genetics a bigger and a long-lasting threat to young people's life. Moreover, mental health and neurodevelopmental issues such as schizophrenia, autism, and much more are often inherited. A young people who inherit this disease may suffer from depression and even commit suicide, not because of bad choices, but because of how their brains were wired at birth. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, lifestyle matters, but isn't that just the smoke? The real fire lies in our genetics. It lies in our blood. So I ask you, can you exercise your way out of cancer? Can spinach delete asthma from your lungs? With these reasons, I strongly stand against the motion.
Thank you very much. In line with the timing, please just take note. 3 minutes for the support team. And for rebuttal, the chief speakers from the both debaters, they are spending also 3 minutes. Now, please, we like to hear from the affirmative school, that's Roseful International, to give us their rebuttal, while the opposing school also prepared ourselves.
All protocols duly observed. Honorable judges, let's clear the air. The opposition has made emotional appeals and cited rare exceptions. But let's return to what the motion actually asks. What is reducing youth life expectancy the most? Yes, genetic diseases exist, but they are rare. And sickle cell anemia didn't suddenly get worse in 2024. In fact, the number has reduced because people are now more aware. That is why you see that people with AS genes and AS genes don't marry each other anymore, because they are now aware that that is what causes sickle cell the most. Yes, these genetic diseases are rare, but anxiety, depression, and suicide got worse during this time. They might be inherited. Mental health issues cannot be inherited. They can only be introduced to by stress, exposure, and a broken system. And epigenetics show that genes can be turned on or off by our lifestyles. So even if a young person has a risk of dying young, his lifestyle can improve his life expectancy more than what his gene actually carries. So no, we're not blaming youth. We're blaming the culture. We're blaming the environment. We're blaming the habits. So I enjoin you to support me that genetic diseases, modern lifestyle, not genetics, are responsible for the shortening of young people's life expectancy. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The chief speaker from Gulf.
All protocols duly observed. I heard my co-debaters say that obesity and diabetes are increasing due to modern lifestyle. While this is true, not everyone who lives unhealthy dies young. Not everyone who lives healthily lives long. This is due to the genetic code. The answer lies in the genetic code because even genetic can trigger a disease without lifestyle trigger. Also, my co-debater said that diet, screen use, and others are the main reason why life expectancy among youth is reduced. Well, that might be true, but I repeat again, not everyone who lives unhealthily dies young. Why? Because the way our body responds to our lifestyle choices and habits is different, and this still lies in the genetic code. So I urge you to agree with me that genetics and not modern lifestyle is the cause for increased young life expectancy among youth. Thank you.
That's good. Thanks very much. On our topic, modern lifestyle, not genetics, are reducing young people's life expectancy. That's good work from both sides. Now, before we collate our results, our judges have one or two things, and before then, we would like to hear from the audience. Please, from the two schools, our audience from Roseful Internationals and also from Gulf International School. Please, can you come forward to Roseful International School? Roseful? No? What about Gulf International School? You are posting the motion. Please, can you just give us one or two things on what you understand? None? All right, please, let's give ourselves a round of applause. That's good. While we are collating the result, just for a few minutes, we get back to you. All right. Our judges are preparing, they are calculating the result. Please just give us a few minutes while they are going to tell us the result and also give us one or two words of encouragement on the mistakes and the other ones that we've done. Thank you very much. All right, thank you. Let's hear from, I think it's still working on it. Okay.
a judge on this show, I will be pointing out some things that I hope would be corrected as time goes on, and I'll be making some recommendations also as per the sentences, maybe, or whatever we have put down as the criteria for this debate. So both sides have done well, quite well. Please, a round of applause for them. Thank you. From Roseful, am I right? Good, thank you. So Roseful, when you started, it was on a strong note. I noted that it was on a strong note. We got to a point where you had some words mispronounced. Suicide is suicide. Yes. Suicide, not suicide. And also, you used the word, or I've forgotten what it is called now, but that word that you link a paragraph with, something like furthermore. Also, you were using furthermore in your sentences more than you should, because you don't use linking words. So I will just call them linking words. That's not exactly what they have. They have a name. I've just forgotten now. So you don't use furthermore or any other linking words to a paragraph. You don't use them more than once. Whenever you are making a speech, it's like you are repeating, and repetition is not very, very good. If you would like to have your points clear and understandable enough, because we would actually listen to every bit and point out, this part. So on that, and you said Nigeria's youth. It should be Nigeria's youths or Nigerian youths, because you are referring to a body, you are referring to a group of youths. So it's not one. Do you get me now? Also on your side, I have a recommendation for you. Whenever you're speaking and you want us to know where there is a pause, you would like us to know where there is a pause, where there is a question mark, because this is not a written script. You don't have it before us, and maybe we are just reading it and pointing out things to you. You are speaking it. So we must know where your full stop is, your question mark, where you are quoting. There are intonations to actually depict those things. So please put that in mind. For golf, I have a few corrections to make. You said schizophrenia, so it's schizophrenia. It's phrenia. You were a little bit nervous, I think. That was why you pronounced it that way. I will make that excuse for you, or I would put that in for you. But it's kids. There is a T in the transcription when you check your dictionary. So schizophrenia. Do you get it now? And the chief speaker said something. He said elderly. Well, that's correct in a way, but it's not in common use. So you could have said, you said live elderly. So you could have said to lead a healthy lifestyle or to live a healthy life. Do you get it? Good. So apart from that, you should also, with what I've said to this side, it applies to you also. You should know where to help us your audience and the judges, you should help us see where your punctuations are, so that we don't just listen and be like, where are the punctuations? Do you get it? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please, can you just give a round of applause for our judge? From your side now.
Okay, good morning once again, dear students. Good morning, good morning. All right. Okay, before I go on, I would like to ask a question. What comes to your mind when you are told that you'll be going for a debate competition? What comes to your mind? Motion. What about your side? What comes to your mind? Okay, before you delve into the argument, so to say, what are you supposed to do initially? Let's say you're talking to a layman about a particular topic who is not fully aware about what the topic is all about. Let's say this is my first time of learning about science fiction, and you're here to convince me about that topic, about that particular topic. What are you supposed to do first? Thank you. I think this will be the second, maybe not your school, but then Roseful International. Fine, you came home with arguments, evidence to back up your claims, but then under the understanding of the topic, the chief judge actually mentioned Intl, one of the Intl who will be grading you, but you are in short of divining the key terms. Thank you. You went ahead to give us the stats, you understand? But then, for subsequent competitions, divine the terms, let's know what you are talking about. It will establish the scope, and then it will erase any form of misinterpretation. Do you understand? Is this Roseful? I'm facing Roseful now. All right. And then, to both schools, will I say thank you for dashing me your marks? Tell me you're welcome now. All right, on that counter argument, you both dashed me marks, so to say. Before the chief judge called him for rebuttal, during your first appearance, you're supposed to give us your counter argument, like see into the future, so to say, and maybe pick one or two things that you feel your opponent might want to say, and then you quickly counter it. Do we understand? But overall, you guys have done a very good job. Thank you for making it interesting. And then to the audience, please let us know this topic is far beyond a debate competition. Modern lifestyles, not genetics, are reducing young people's life expectancy. Around us, so to say, we see people die often, blah, 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 blah. But it boils down to you. Ask yourself, what am I doing to sustain my life span? Do you understand? So beyond these 4 words, please let's go back to a mood of reflection and adjust. I hope you do have a very good day. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Please, can you just let's give a round of applause very more for our judges. I want to, please, thank you very much. Before the results will be announced, I think my co-judges, they've atomized a lot of the errors and the mistakes that we've made. But as for what she have said earlier, please, the first speaker needs to please come with the definition of the terms so that we understand where we are going and the essence of these debates. And also, from Roseful, from the supporting side, and the person that is supporting, please, I would like you to work with that voice, the boldness. Your voice is like cracking a little. please get the confidence very well. You tried, but I would like you to put more effort so that that voice, or you do more training on it, that you can face the wall, you can face the glass or something like that. Just be speaking and get confidence on it, so that at least the boldness is going to come and you're able to face. At least if you have about 100 or thousands of audience sitting down that you want to speak or that you want to relate to it. Now you need that boldness. Your voice don't need to be cracking when you are on any debate. Thank you very much. Please, let's give ourselves a round of applause once again. As the Edu TV Nigerian, we've already said it earlier that we don't have any loser, but we have someone that is going to proceed to the next stage. With the results that is here with us, we have Gulf International School with 65.3%. Please, let's give them a round of applause. While the affirmative school, that's Roseful International, has 69%. Please, let's give them a round of applause. The Edu TV, there is no loser, but the winners move to the next round. I pray that God is going to bless us. Please, let's give ourselves a round of applause once again. Why our chairman for the Edu TV is going to come out to present our gift for the others.
All right, thank you very much. So I believe you've learned one or two things from the, these are topics that borders on the international level. So I would like to invite the representative of Gulf International School. Please, representative of Gulf International School, please, can you come forward right now? Let's give them a round of applause. All right. So we'll actually be awarding them this gift. Thank you. You're welcome. And okay, please. All right, let's go. Let's do this. Let's move forward a little bit. Thank you. Once again, let's give them a round of applause. All right, so the semi-final still continues tomorrow. For other schools will be coming for their own section, and also the final will be communicated to them. So we'll be having, like we said, at Edu TV we don't have a loser. So all of you have performed excellently. So once again, give yourself a round of applause because you have already learned a lot. Can you appreciate yourself? All right, thank you. And also for Gulf International School, we still be for the final because other schools also can still be awarded for other categories of the prizes, not just those who emerge as the winner, but for those who best performing team and all those kinds. So we have the results. We are going to be making use of that also. Thank you very much. All right. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Now we have come to the end of today's debate. Let every one of us appreciate ourselves. Then we also acknowledge the participants from each school. They really try. Let's give them a round of applause. This is where you can build your confidence more so that you can face the world. Once again, a round of applause for yourself. Thank you all.